It says, "Now it happened when David and his men came to Ziklag on the third day, that the Amalekites had invaded the south in Ziklag and attacked Ziklag and burned it with fire, and had taken captive the women and those who were with them, from small to great. They did not kill anyone." Now, David doesn't know this, that nobody's been killed, but carried them away and went their way. So when David and his men came back to the city, it was burned with fire. Their wives, their sons, and their daughters had been taken captive. Then David and the people who were with him lifted up their voice and wept until they had no more power to weep. And David's two wives, Ahinoam the Jezreelite, and Abigail, the widow of Nabal the Carmelite, had been taken captive. Now David was greatly distressed, for the people spoke of stoning him, because the souls of all the people were grieved, every man for his sons and his daughters. But David strengthened himself in the Lord. Then David said to Abiathar the priest, Ahimelech's son, "Bring me the ephod." Abiathar brought the ephod to David. So David inquired at the Lord, saying, "Shall I pursue this troop? Shall I overtake them?" He answered him, "Pursue, and you shall surely overtake them, and without fail recover all." This is a lesson in how to encounter severely bad news. I mean, David comes back with his men. They were at battle. When they came back, the entire city was burned. All of their goods were taken. Their wife and their daughters and sons were taken. They didn't know if they killed them elsewhere. They didn't know if they raped them elsewhere. They didn't know what they did with them. The Bible says that they wept until they had no more power. In their anguish, they turned on David and sought to stone him. He led us out. This happened under his leadership. So David turned to God and strengthened himself. And that's what we need to do. When we get shaky news that shakes us at our root, it's beyond easy. I mean, it's something that's just overwhelming. We need to shake ourselves and strengthen ourselves in the Lord. So what David did was he encouraged himself in the Lord. He put courage into him from the Lord, encouraged himself in the Lord. He strengthened himself in the Lord. He took control of his mind. The other day we taught on Moses at the Red Sea. He said, "Don't be afraid, stand still, see the salvation of the Lord, hold your peace." In other words, see what God will do for you. So David inquired at the Lord, knowing that the Lord seen this, knew it was going to happen, and there had to be a solution. So God gave him the next move. Go after them, overtake them, and you'll get all the goods back. And David recovered more than they took. He recovered everything they took from every city that they plundered until they got to Ziklag. So all the women, all the children, all the kids, all the older men, all were brought back, and the spoils from all of those other cities were brought. If we read on and we had time, David really displays grace here, because there were 200 men that were too weak from their prior journey to go with them. And they had so much spoil, the people that went with them said, "We'll keep this and not give anything to them." David said, "No, everybody's going to share equally, the ones that went with the ones that didn't go." And he put his foot down, and that's the way it was. And that's a picture of grace. It's unmerited favor. And so it's a great story, but what it does is, somebody gets a report about cancer, somebody gets a report about a business failing, whatever it may be, you need to shake yourself out of it, because God is a solution. There's always hope. Anyway, God bless you. Thanks for watching. Please share, follow, like, and make a comment on this teaching. And then please pray about becoming a $10 a month or more donor. We're praying for 400 $25 a month or donors, 25, 50, 100, whatever it may be, to help us build curriculums. We produce curriculums. That means that we produce videos with an accompanying workbook and a teaching guide for individuals, small groups, community groups, and churches. So you get it in a package. You have a workbook and videos that follow the workbook. So you can have a small group of 10 people in your home and have 10 workbooks. We give it all away for free. You can order whatever you want, download whatever you want. You just have to become a member. But we're asking for partners, because we can't keep doing it without more. And I feel $25 or $50 is a good gift as an offering from those of you that watch us, listen to us, and get some of your teaching from us. Anyway, God bless you.